Guys, it's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Welcome here, Virgo. I'm doing your September 2021 mid-month tarot card reading. I'm going to use the Starman tarot card deck. Okay, so this deck was inspired by David Bowie, and he collaborated on the artwork. And instead of the Star Guide spread, which I usually use, there's a second reading, well, there's multiple, called Starman, and I'm going to use that. So anyway, I'll explain the reason why I was busting up when I started recording, because I heard this voice. I think it's the Wicked Witch of the North. I've never actually seen The Wizard of Oz, but I've seen clips of it. And I heard that voice and it was saying, "Welcome, my pretties." So I don't know what's going on there. I think my impression sucked, but that's what I heard in my head. Is that somebody's favorite movie? Could you let me know in the comments? Because anyway, that was really weird. So this is going to be for Virgo in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If this does not resonate for you right away, maybe go check out your moon sign reading instead of this one. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, you guys. I'm here to share my gift with you, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first card in the spread is going to ask what part of you is outdated. Okay, so it's time for you to blossom forward. So what no longer serves you? Okay, so look at this guy, 9 of Wands. Okay, so he's really caught up in his past. I want you guys to really check this out. Usually in most decks, the 9 of Wands, he's taking a knee. He's got his past behind him. You know, there are a couple decks actually with female warriors with their 9 of Wands behind them, which I really think is cool. But the point is, they're looking a lot more suave than this 9 of Wands. He's like really battling his past, okay? So this could be your past haunting you, you know? Interesting. I'm seeing that some of you could be using this as an excuse not to move forward. And I say that with love, okay? I've been through everything. I've been through the mill, been through the grinder. Some of you could be blaming your parents or blaming somebody else. Well, this isn't working for me because this happened, you know? But look what's happening here. It's just breaking down and breaking apart, and there's so much focus on that. Look at that negative black cloud coming in. You know, it's an assault, okay? It's an assault on your current situation. So how do you work your way out of it? You know, so the next card is going to ask, what should you turn your attention to? Okay, so if you can't focus on the past and how much it damaged you and who said what to who, and ancient history and, you know, things that are not even available to you anymore. They're just a memory that many of you could be keeping alive to keep the pain fresh, which lots of people do. Let's have a look here. So this is very interesting. Okay, so there's a void with the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, I'll show you guys this card here. Just let me focus on my guides for a second. Okay, so here's the advice that I'm getting. It's saying like, what would things have looked like if that did not happen for you? Okay? If a certain situation that is causing triggering right now, or you had not met a certain person, what could have happened in its absence, you know? So there's something in our soul contracts, in our karmic destiny. Things are supposed to happen for us. Sometimes we don't know the reason until 20, 30, 40 years down the line. So maybe something really challenging happened, or a string of super challenging things happened. But what if those had not happened? Where would you be now? Have you guys ever seen the movie The Butterfly Effect? That might be a really good example. Like if you could go back, because you could be thinking that, right? Oh, I'd really like to change that. But what if that difficult situation you made a really good friend? Or what if out of that really difficult situation you helped somebody else? You know, because sometimes the lesson isn't for us. Sometimes the benefit isn't for us. It's for somebody else. So What if you were able to help somebody else on their path of destiny? Okay, so what if you had a really devastating event happen? I'm actually seeing where some of you could be suffering from possibly, this is going to be really specific, probably just for a couple of you, and you don't have to comment because it's painful. Seeing where some of you were in a position to put a child up for adoption, or through whatever circumstances you had to give them over to somebody else's care because you weren't in a position. You know, we won't go into it, but that is definitely something that can haunt you for years and years and years, okay? But what would have happened in its stead, you know? This is really deep, the message that I'm getting here. It's like, well, there were all life lessons wrapped in all of this heartbreak. And let's look at that situation, because this is a really intense one that I was talking about, you know, somebody giving up their child. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, okay? This is not specific to a gender, okay? I saw this video the other day where somebody was handing their baby over to U.S. soldiers because of the insurgents in their country, okay? So something like that could have happened somewhere along your path. And I'm just going to use this as a broad generalization. The void that fills you enabled somebody to live their best life. Okay, so it is that heart to understand that what you did possibly broke you. But if you had not done that, where would that other person be? So, and you guys have massive hearts, Virgo. You know, your hearts beat for other people, but yours broke at some point here. And maybe not that specific situation, but you did something so selfless that you could be interpreting as being very cruel to yourself. And it's left a void in you. But what if that had not happened? You know, what if that, you know, what would have happened instead? And your mind will probably draw a blank, you know, because this was for the highest good of somebody else. And performing a service for the highest good of somebody else can sometimes be the biggest price tag that you will ever pay in this life, okay? Wow. Okay. You guys, there's this, like I'm a channel, right? So I get messages from spirit, and there's just this love. Can you guys feel it? It's coming out, and it's just saying, you know, maybe the people around you in your human life judged you, or maybe you continue to judge yourself as you walk your road and you're looking back on it and you're just fighting it and say, that was the wrong thing to do. Why did that happen to me? But the universe, the love, I'm gonna cry. Wow. That was like just this huge hug from angels, because you fulfilled somebody else's destiny and it broke your heart. Wow. So that service to others, that massive price tag, unbelievable. How can that help you? Okay, so here's the 9 of Cups here. It's like you guys are on the verge of finding that absolute bliss and joy, where you can maybe separate yourself out from that event that, look at this, 9 of Wands, broken and torn, but still standing. Like, even if you had to move forward on your knees and with your bleeding heart, like, It's coming back around again. It's like whoever your heart broke for, whatever event your heart broke for, it's coming back around full circle here from this Nine of Wands where we started. This Nine of Cups, this really beautiful being at peace, you know? And I just see like wings beating, you know? It's like you guys have been protected and guarded and held up by angels because they see what you did. I'm going to start crying. They see what you did. Like this selfless thing that broke you. But you got back up, man. You got back up. Let's have an outcome card for you, and then I'm literally going to go bawl my eyes out because the universe loves you so much for making that choice that broke your heart but amplified somebody else's life. Like you just have no idea. And it's like the face of the angel that I'm seeing coming in here and the way she's just like beaming love at you guys. So you should feel that pretty soon. Wow. I can't even read anymore. Okay, so here's the Justice card. Okay, so justice is going to be served. Like you guys probably lived this life of racking your brain. Like, why did that happen? Like, why did that happen to me? Like, why? You know, why? Justice is going to be served here for you guys. You're going to see the reason why. You're going to see how you amplified and beautified somebody else's life by making that choice that you just really, you hate yourself for. You'll see that, okay? You'll see why. It's coming back around, you guys. So just know that like the angels are just all the way around you. They always have been. You might be fighting them because there's a part of you that it's just so dark, you know? It's just so dark with whatever people tell themselves when they make choices in moments where it's about survival. Wow. I gotta go. Like, wow. You guys. I'm just sending you guys so much love because this pain that I see for you guys, but then the love from the universe and the angels, it's unreal. Oh boy. Wow. Sorry, I'm crying. Bye, guys.